Hello everyone, welcome to the Banking and Financial Service class. I am Impa Beliappa, Associate Professor, Department of Management Sciences, Maharaja Institute of Technology, Mysore. Previously, we have discussed Unit 4 topics, which is NBFC and overview. In that, we discussed the types, the meaning, the regulatory framework, then few of the concepts of microfinance, hire purchase, leasing, and we also solved problems related to hire purchase and leasing. In this module, that is Unit 5, we will be learning two different concepts, that is credit rating and venture capital. Let's begin with credit rating. Okay, in this class we'll learn what is credit rating, the meaning, types, its importance, and the process of credit rating. Okay, let's start with the meaning. What do you mean by credit rating? Credit rating is an estimate of the ability of a person or organization to fulfill their financial commitments based on previous dealings. Like based on the previous dealings, we are going to estimate a person or an organization's ability. Okay, a credit rating is an quantified assessment of the credit worthiness of a borrower in general terms or with respect to a particular debt or financial obligation. Okay, a credit rating can be assigned to any of the entities, like there is no specification. It can be assigned to any of the entities who borrow or seek money. For example, he might be an individual, a corporation, state or provincial authority or sovereign government. It might be in any kind of agency or government service or a company or an individual. It might be anyone. Okay, the rating coverage is not confined to any particular debt instrument. It covers all the public utilities, transportation, infrastructure, energy projects, or and special purpose vehicle. Okay, it might be rated to anything. Okay, before knowing the right to continue with the right credit rating, let's differentiate what do you mean by a credit score and what do you mean by credit rating. Like how different is a credit score with credit rating? Is it the same or does it have any difference? Okay, credit rating is basically checking the credit worthiness of a company. However, it is not related to any particular individual. Like I cannot be assessed based on the credit rating. I cannot be credit rated. Okay, I can be credit scored. Okay, to tell you the difference, it is an understanding of the ability of a company, like how does it repay its debts in terms of interest rate or in terms of the lump sum. These ratings are based on the corporate financial instruments normally denoted in alphabetical symbols like AAA, AA, B, BB, like this, based on the alphabetical symbols. Higher the rating, the probability of default is less. It means if the rating is good, it means that the instrument is really good. At the right time, they pay you the interest and also they will pay back you the principal. And normally there are certain factors which need to be assessed while doing this credit rating. Okay, what are the different factors which are important? For example, the first factor is historical performance. Okay, what do you mean by historical performance? Historical performance in the sense where the past performance is very much important in order to rate the instrument. For example, previously if the company has issued any kind of debt instrument or equity share, then based on its performance, based on the interest paid to that, or based on the return of that instrument, that it might be the debt, the past performance is very much related, or it's one of the important factor in order to assess the credit rating. Another one is financial policies. The financial policies of the organization or company, that also plays a major role. Then business risk, how business risk is involved, whether the business risk involved is high or less, what kind of business they are doing, that is also important. Then competitive position, among around 10 20 companies which are there in the market, in which position does this company stand? Is it at the top or middle or at the lower? At which position does this company stand? Keeping all these factors in mind, the credit rating is done. Okay. Now, if you have to differentiate the credit rating with the credit score. Credit score is a number. Okay, it's not an alphabetical symbol. Credit score is a number calculated by credit bureau and given to individuals based on the credit information report, like how an individual repays the debt, how is his loan history. Depending on that, the credit bureau will give you the credit score. Okay, and this credit score number will range from 300 to 900. Higher the credit score, the position is good. Okay, the credit report, it is like based on the important roles in loan repayment, credit card approval process and repayment. Based on that, this credit score is calculated. It is individual basis, whereas credit rating is on the credit worthiness of the company. Whenever you calculate a credit score, again you have certain factors which influence, that is 35% of payment history, that is historical information, 15% of the length of the credit history, okay, like how long you have been taking loans and making repayments, that is considered. 30% of amounts owned, like how much amount or net worth you are having, and 10% of the type of credit you use, like what type, whether you use much of credit card or whether you would like to take loans or debt instruments, that has been considered. And 10% of new credit or recently opened accounts, how is it going on, like how is the payment history, how is the transaction, that has been checked. Okay, so that is the difference between credit score and credit rating. Credit score is for individuals and credit rating is for the companies. And here person is rated, that is in credit score person is rated and it will be in numericals, the score, whereas credit rating, the company will be rated and debt instruments of that particular company will be rated and the symbols will be alphabets. But in both the cases, higher the score, higher credit worthiness. Okay, once we know the meaning of the credit rating, let's discuss the importance of credit rating. If I have to tell you the importance of credit rating, we can divide on the basis of the money lenders and borrowers and to the company. There are different advantages. For example, if the company's credit score is good, credit rating, if the company's credit rating is good, then it is understandable that the company's debt instrument is very good, goodwill is very good, and whenever the company calls for the subscription of any debt instrument, it will be immediately subscribed. So the company need not wait much, it need not find for the investors. Immediately the rating is good, so obviously people will be ready to invest in that instrument. So company will have a good, secure long-term capital. It's a very good source of long-term capital. So rating is good, the company's goodwill is good, okay, instrument will be quickly sold, okay, liquidity is there. All these are the advantages related to the company. If in case it is for money lenders and borrowers, so if it is money lenders, then for them the investment decision is easy. Making an investment decision will be very easy. For example, there are two instruments A and B. A instruments rating is AAA, B instruments rating is BBB. If in this case, obviously you would like to invest in AAA bond or debt, it is easy for you to make a decision because the analysis is already been done. Okay, they would like to give money to risky customers. Okay, where with the help of credit rating, if the credit worthiness of an individual or a company, it is attached to it. It is attached, and you feel that yes, it is easy to make the decision. You can invest in less risky assets, or if you wish to, you can invest in more risky assets too. You can make a decision based on the credit rating. And then another advantage is safety is assured. Yes, safety is assured in the sense, assurance about the safety of money is high. Whereas if the rating is good, it is understood that the interest rate as well as the principal amount at the time of liquidation is being timely paid. Okay, at the right time the amount is cleared and settled. So safety is there. So no, the money lenders or the borrowers need not worry much about it. And in case of borrowers, easy loan approval. So whenever the company goes and approaches a bank, if the instrument is rated, then obviously the loan processing will be very easy, very quick, and easily the banks will approve your loan application. Okay, so that is easy loan approval. Another one is considerable rate of interest. Yes, considerate rate of interest means bank offers loan to a particular range of interest rates, like they have different set of interest rates, and a major factor which determine these interest rate is the credit history. So if your credit history is good, then depending on the credit rating, higher the credit rating, lower the interest rates. So it is like an added advantage for the borrowers. Okay, and whenever this credit rating is being issued, three factors are looked into in order to make the risk assessment, that is default risk assessment and quality rating. Before they do default risk assessment and quality rating, they analyze three factors. The first factor they analyze is issuer's ability to pay, like whether the issuer of the bond or whether the issuer of the debt instrument or any instrument on which we are doing the credit rating, whether they are in the ability to pay it back, whether they have the capacity to repay. That is issuer's ability to pay back. Okay, and second factor they look into is the strength of the instrument owner's claim on the issue. Like what do the owners say? Yes, whether he can make the issue right away. What is the strength? Okay, strength of the instrument, like what kind of instrument? Is it a debt instrument, bond instrument? What kind of instrument it is? And what is the strength of its issue? That we are going to assess. And the third factor which we are going to assess is the economic importance of the marketplace, of the issuer. Okay, whoever is issuing the debt instrument, we are going to assess his economic importance in the marketplace. Like how is he prevailing at the market? Which position is he? What is he aiming at? Okay, how is it? How is the growth going on? All these three factors will influence the decision of risk assessment and quality rating. In detail, we'll do it when we come to the methodology. Okay, let's move on to the third topic, which is the types. Okay, types of, in this types, there are, the credit rating is divided into two types. Okay, the credit rating is divided into two types. One is the financial instrument rating. They rate financial instruments. So, financial instrument rating. Another one is customer rating or borrower rating. So, again this is split into, this is individual concept. So, either it might be customer rating or borrower rating. Whoever is borrowing the asset, they may rate them, or the customers who are involved with the business, with the company. Okay, this customer rating and borrower rating, they use a single method of sovereign rating. Okay, I said no, there is scores which has been credit scores are denoted for the customers or the borrower, and sovereign rating is done where they are going to rate the ability of the individual person. Okay, individual. Whereas financial instruments, the different kinds of financial instrument is, for just now I said they do bond rating. Okay, they will be rating the bonds, that is the first one, and also they will be rating the shares, that is equity rating. They will be rating the equity, and also they will be rating the short term instruments. If the company issues any short term instrument, they will be also rating the short term instruments rating. So, when it comes to the financial instruments, they will rate on the basis of financial instruments. So, it might be the bond, it might be the equity or short term instruments. But whenever it is the customer rating or the borrower's rating, it is the sovereign rating which you do in order to assess the credibility or creditworthiness of the customer or borrower. Okay. Okay, let's move on to the importance. I just skipped importance. We finished types. Okay, once we finish the types, let's move on to the next one, which is the process of credit rating. So, what are all the steps which we need to follow in order to do a credit rating? The first step in the process of credit rating is the receipt of request. So, any credit rating of an organization may need to be done, then the credit rating agencies do not come to you. You have to place a request for the credit rating agencies to come to the company. So, the rating process only begins with the receipt of a formal request for rating from a company with having its issue obligations and the proposed instrument rated by the credit rating agency. So, credit rating agencies will have a list of issue obligations and proposed instruments. Like the proposed instrument may be a bond or an equity, whatever proposed instrument will be there. They will be having a list of issue obligations. If it is fulfilling all the issue obligations, then the company can write a formal request to the credit rating agency, okay, asking them to rate the instrument. It is like an agreement which is entered between the credit rating agency and a issuer company. Okay, issuer company place a request with the credit rating agency in order to rate their instruments, proposed instruments. Okay, and before they take out the credit rating activity, there are certain terms and conditions, and there are rating assignments, and it covers a certain certain criterias or certain points. Okay, the first one is it requires the credit rating agencies to keep the information confidential. Terms and conditions we can call. The first term and condition is they have to keep the information confidential. Okay, they should not disclose it anywhere else. The second term and condition is it gives right to the issuer company whether to accept or not to accept the rating. Once all the procedure of rating is finished, they give the discretion opinion to the issuing company. Okay, issuer company will make an analysis and decide whether to disclose the rating or not. They can accept the rating or else they can deny the rating. Third term is it requires the issuer company to provide all material information to the credit rating agency for rating and subsequent surveillance. It is not that you call them and don't give information, nothing like that. Once you invite them in order to make the decision making, they have to that is the issuer company have to give them the required information, and for monitoring and surveillance and all, they have to be allowed into the organization. So these are some of the terms which you get it in the you can even say clauses. That was a word which I was thinking. Yeah, clauses or the terms and conditions in an agreement which has to be drafted at the time of making a decision for going for a credit rating. Okay. The second step in the process is assignment to analytical team. So what is this analytical team? Once they get the request, the credit rating agency will assign the job to an analytical team. Now this analytical team is a team which comprises of 2 members or analysts who are expert in their relevant business area, and they do carry out the rating assignments. Normally they carry out the rating assignments, and these are the experts in their particular area. So these people are known as the analytical team who are ready to analyze. Okay. The third step in the process is obtaining information. Okay, what kind of information need to be obtained? The analytical team obtains the requisite information, whatever required information. They have a list of information which is to be needed. All those information is requisited, and after from the client, that is whoever the company is, and the requirements is derived on the basis of the experience of the issuer's business, like how long is the business from and what is it. Based on that experience, they take the information, and normally they analyze the information related to the financial statement, cash flow projections, and other relevant information, whichever they see that yes, this is important for the analysis. Okay, once they get all the information, they go for planned visit and meeting with the management. Okay, planned visit means visit to the company. They seek all the information which they get. Once they get the information, they visit for the plant. So this gives you a better understanding of the client's operation. The team visits and interacts with the company's executives, so they get to know the insight of the company. And plant visit facilitates understanding of the production process of that particular company, assess the state of equipments and main facilities, what are the facilities provided in a company, evaluate the quality of the technical personnel, and forms an opinion on the key variables that influence the level, quality and cost of production. These three are important: the influence level, the quality and cost of production. To get all these, the members visit the plant, that is CRA members, credit rating agency members visit the plant. They have a meeting with the management. What do they discuss in the meeting? So the topic normally discussed in a management meeting will be wide range, but they specifically discuss about the competitive position, what are the strategies to curb the competition, financial policies, historical performance, risk profile, and strategies in addition to review the financial data. What are the strategies to review the financial data? All these concepts will be discussed in the management and CRA visit. That is, CRA, when it visits the plant and has a management meeting, they discuss all of these topics. Once they have these discussion, they do the presentation of findings. So they got all the information. After they get the information, they analyze. After analysis, the findings will be discussed at a length in a meeting with the internal committee. So they have an internal committee comprising of senior analyst of credit rating agency. The credit rating agency will have various roles and positions, and that with the senior analyst you have a discussion related to what are the findings which the analytical team has prepared after analyzing. Okay, all issues having a bearing on the ratings are identified, and the opinion on the rating are also formed, like some many changes. So they give their opinions, no, this should be like this, and they'll have a lengthy discussion of this. And the findings, the team which they finalize, that is presented to the rating committee. Okay, it is presented to the rating committee. Now, what is a rating committee meeting? This is like a final authority. After the juniors do their analytical work, then the seniors give their opinion. The rating committee is the final authority for assigning the rating. Seeing all the work which is done by the analytical team and senior analysts, the rating committee will finalize the rating, and the rating committee meeting is only aspects of the process in which the issuer does not participate directly. Like the issuer will not be participating directly. The rating is arrived after composing the assessment of all the factors of the issuers, with the key issue getting a greater attention. Like what are the key issues, like whether it is a bond or an equity, that will get a greater importance. Rest all the factors are the supporting factors which has to be analyzed. So the rating committee is the final meeting where the rating is finalized. Then you have the communication of decision. Okay, once the assigned rating is graded and communicated, finally the issuer, along with the reasons of rationale supporting the rating which is not accepted or either rejected or reviewed in the light of additional facts provided by the issuer. So it is the communication has been done to the issuer, and if the issuer either will reject it or accept it or review it, if it has to be reviewed, then the issuer will give additional facts and information for it to be reviewed. The rejected ratings, if it is reviewed, then issuer will give additional information. Again, the rating agency will give you a new rating. But if it is rejected, then the rejected rating are not disclosed anywhere. It is completely confidential, because in the term only they have said they have to maintain confidentiality. So if the ratings are rejected, it is nowhere stated, it is completely confidentially maintained. Okay, or else if the rating is accepted, then the communication is done, that is with discussion and with reasons, the communication is done to the issuer. Okay. The next is dissemination to the public. So, this is possible only in case of acceptance. Even though if it is reviewed, again they will give a new rating, that if the issuer accepts, that is if the company accepts, then they can disseminate the information to the public. So, whenever the issue accepts the rating agencies disseminate it through the printed reports to the public. Okay, it might be any kind of document which is prepared. On that it is printed about the rating, the debt instrument, what kind, what type, at what time, all these having this detail, a printed report is issued to the public pertaining to the rating of a credit instrument. Okay, last step is where we call it as credit watch or monitoring the possible change. So this is like a final step. Once you give the credit rating, it's not that you finished giving the credit rating, your role is done, it is complete. There is nothing like that. Once your credit rating is complete, you have announced it, you have disclosed it to the public, then credit rating agency is obligated to monitor the accepted ratings over the life of the instrument. Whatever rating is being given, whether they keep it to the same level, that is being checked by monitoring. This is like a constant monitoring of the ratings with reference to new political, economic and financial developments and industrial trends, to the changing environment. To the simple, if you have to say, whatever political changes happen, economic changes happen, financial developments happen, or industrial trends might come. Due to all these changes, does the instrument change its credibility? Does the company change its credit worthiness? That has been checked. Okay, all this information is reviewed regularly to find companies and if there are any major rating changes. Any changes in the rating, again it is made public through published report by credit rating agencies. Again, if they have to make the changes, they cannot make it by default. They have to make it on the basis of the reports which they make, which is publicly issued. Okay, so this is about the process. When we discuss about the process, I'll just review it for you once. The first step, that is receipt of request. The rating agency have to get a receipt of request, and that the terms and conditions should be specified or the clauses should be specified, and on the basis of that they'll assign an analytical team and they obtain all the information. Once they obtain all the information, they go for the plant visit and meet the management key people and understand the process and procedures, the quality of and cost of production. Once they assess that, they build the team, that is the rating committee. After the plant visit, it is presentation of findings. Once they finish it, they do the presentation of findings. The presentation of findings with the help of senior analysts, the changes or opinions which need to be considered, and then they have the credit rating committee meeting. Okay, rating committee meeting. After the rating committee meeting, they communicate the decision to the company, and if the company accepts the decision, they disseminate the information to the public through the reports. If it rejects, it will not be disclosed anywhere. If it is refused, then they ask for additional information from the company. And at last they monitor, like whatever rating is given till now, whether it is constantly maintained, that will be monitored. So this is about the process. Next topic which we are discussing is CAMEL model. So what is this CAMEL? CAMEL is a recognized international rating system that the bank supervisory authorities use it to rate the financial instruments. So any financial instrument, it need to be rated, then they go for this CAMEL model. So what are all assessed in this? There are various factors which are assessed, like the management quality, the earnings ability, the liquidity position, the people, the technology, the capital adequacy, asset quality. All these factors are assessed in the CAMEL model. CAMEL, this is a 3 marks question. Okay, CAMEL is, it can be expanded as like capital. Okay, then asset, A for asset, then if I write in between, that doesn't look good, no? Okay, then M for management, then E for earnings, and L for liquidity. Okay, C for capital, A for assets, M for management, E for earnings, L for liquidity. So if you have to say capital, then capital structure, that is whether it is retained earnings or external fund is raised, fixed dividend for the preference shareholders, or fluctuating dividend for the equity shareholders, adequate long-term capital, how it is adjusted to the gearing level, all that is checked in the capital. If they want to assess the assets, then revenue earning capacity of an asset, which will be which is in use or which is already used, fair values, obsolescence, that is if it is outdated, then consistency, method of depreciation, all that is analyzed in assets. Then if they have to analyze the management, then the degree of which is like what is the management personnel involved in, how it is involved and how they are involved in. Then authority, the teamwork, timelines, appropriateness of the decision making. Like these, on these factors, they do the analysis. Then earnings, like earnings income, the stability of the income, trends, absolute levels, adaptability to the cyclical fluctuations, the firm's capacity to discharge the debts, all these are analyzed. Then next is liquidity, the last one. Liquidity, if they have to analyze, they'll analyze the corporate policies for the stocks and creditors, the effectiveness of working capital management, all these are assessed. So this is about the CAMEL model. Hope so you have understood the components in today's class. So in today's class, we have discussed the contents pertaining to credit rating. Okay, we have understood the meaning of credit rating, where they rate the financial instruments of a company. Then importance of it, how it is important to the company, borrower, moneylender and customers. Types, that is based on financial instruments and based on customer or borrower. Then process, there are various around 8 steps where they request, then a team is formed, then the team will analyze and submit the report, and the findings will be discussed with the they'll have a plant visit, and the findings will be discussed with the review committee, that is report credit rating committee, and after that they'll communicate it to the issuer, disseminate the information and monitor the credit rating. And then we discussed the CAMEL approach or CAMEL model, that is capital, asset management, earnings and liquidity. So this is about today's class. In next class, we'll be discussing the rating methodology, and we'll be discussing the different rating agencies and the symbols which they give. Okay, that's it for today's class. Thank you for attending the class.